Hey everybody, Jeff from the Great Heights of Barely Controlled Chaos, and just going to give you a quick update on what's been going on. First off, we're going to start with the goats, since I'm out in their field anyway. So yesterday we moved the goats out into our pasture area. So you can see this is our pasture area. There's still some areas that need some brush clearing, but it is a pretty good size area. It's about, I want to say about 2 acres, maybe a little more. And we have some plans for this area eventually, but the goats are out here now. They're going to do some of their trimming stuff, which is great. We've got some groves of trees that we can kind of put them around to try to, give them some shelter and stuff like that for days like today, right, when it's when it's raining, but or when it's really sunny, so they can go hide under the trees. And we'll take advantage of that. But the idea here was that they could, trim as much of this as possible and try to be our eco-friendly field mowers, as my wife calls them. So, yep, they're out here now. They seem to be happy. They did a good job. We put them out here about 5 o'clock last night. Moving them out here wasn't too hard. And they've done some decent, I don't want to say damage, they've done some good damage here, just cutting up or eating some of the grass and stripping the trees that we didn't really want anyway. As you can see here, I actually was trying to mow some of them down. Those were thicker trees that the brush hog just didn't do a very good job on. But yeah, they're happy out here now, so that's good. As you can see, they're pretty happy. They're a little docile at the moment because of the rain, like I said, but they're doing okay out here. We're gonna try to get another one of those kennel things, or something bigger, slightly bigger, for them to hide in when it's raining, because goats really don't like rain. But I want something that's portable and easy to move, because we are going to be moving them around. With this kind of fence netting, we move them around quite frequently, and I don't want to have to be hauling something heavy or bring the tractor out every time we want to move them. So anyway, the hardest part here is this is the furthest part from our property, or from the house, excuse me, and there's no water out here. So the hardest part is dragging that bucket all the way out here. 5-gallon bucket doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're walking a quarter mile or a little bit more than a quarter mile out here, that bucket gets kind of heavy. So I may have to figure something better. But in the meantime, bucket is what it is. I guess I get a little stronger. This kind of gives you a better idea of the pasture here. So that this whole area, it's a few groves of trees like this one right here and that one right back there. And then there's a couple more over here. There's a couple in the back there. But this is the whole pasture area. I did a combination of running the tractor out here with the bucket, like almost at ground level, to try to, pull some of the trees up, the bigger trees up, and then let the brush mower go over it, and cut up as much as I can. I didn't do that. I didn't do it consistently, I should say that. I figured out at the end that using the bucket on the ground like that, or just about at the ground, to get the bigger stuff. And so you see that we've got, like in this area right here, you can see that we've actually got a bunch of little sticks sticking up, which is, well, a little hazardous. So I'm gonna have to come back out and cut that down, but I want to wait until the end of the season, because I really want them to eat the grass and not cut the grass down and then them not have any. So that's where we are at the moment with that. So yeah, and we got lots of plans for this field. We're gonna do some more planting and stuff like that, but at the moment we're just trying to reclaim it to get started. This is where they were, not this spot, right up there. They've been over here. They did some nice damage there, and they cut all this down. So you can see this is the area where they weren't, so it's still kind of high, and you can see that they were right over here. And so they did a pretty good job cleaning it out. They were over here. My son's bike's out here a week or so ago. So now we are headed back But yeah. All right, so the other thing I did this weekend was come in here with the brush mower, and I tried to clear out the area where the pigs had been. This was incredibly dense. It really needs to be done again. But again, between the bucket and the mower, I was able to get quite a bit. And it was so dense, I actually just started using the bucket by itself because it was bogging down the mower. And this looks like a mess right now, but honestly, this area, once I get a chance to clean it all up and get the rest of the brush out of here, this will be reclaimed area that can be used for pasture, that can be used for other things. Before, it was just a mess. And you can see that there's this tangled stuff over here that still needs to go, and you can see this spot where I've actually cleared it out so that we can actually use it. It looks like it's a giant mess at the moment, but it will be better. We have a little problem. It's not as much a problem as it is something I'm gonna have to deal with. If you look in there closely, you'll see our chicks. They're not supposed to be in with the pig. The pig will protect them. There will be no predators in here messing with those chicks. So that's a positive. But the problem is I don't want them in here. I don't want them living in here, because if they live in here, then they're gonna lay their eggs in here, and then the pig will eat them and we don't get any eggs. That's no good. So I need to fix the problem with with their chicken tractor over here. I opened this piece of fence up, so don't count that. But what happened was, when they were little and they were living up close to the house, they stayed in here no problem. Unfortunately, they've gotten a little bit bigger, and they realized they can jump up and jump out these holes. I knew they could come out these holes because that's exactly what we did in the last house, where we had a piece of pig wire or pig fencing like this, and it kept the pigs out but let the chickens come in and out as they wanted to go out and forage. I just didn't think they were quite big enough to do this. So yesterday they jumped out and I put them back in, and today they jumped out and they went over to move living with the pigs, which may be a bigger problem. I mean, we have to go in there and try to catch them or shoo them back over here, and then I'll put a piece of fencing of chicken wire over this spot. You may be saying, well, okay, I see that you were clearing this area out. What happened to the pigs? Well, the pigs are over here now. They have been relocated basically across the driveway into another one of these shoals of trees. And part of that is because they're forage animals. These pigs are forage animals. They love to forage. They love to dig things up. They'll eat the grass. They'll eat everything here. So I wanted to get them moved so that they have plenty of stuff to forage on over the summer, and so that they have lots of shade and everything else. So yes, I moved them, and they seem to be very happy over here. There was a whole story of drama that I'll share with you at another time about that. So hopefully in a couple of months, this is a big area actually, so a couple of months, it'll take them at least a couple of months to clear this out, maybe even 3. And then we can move them over here, which is up closer to the house. And that will be our last main big area that needs to be cleared. After that, we'll probably put them out in the pasture with the pigs, or excuse me, where the goats are now, in various spots out there, to start rooting that stuff up, because I really want them to tear that place up so that we can then start planting. Our plan is to plant some orchards out there, or plant an orchard out there, plant some Christmas trees out there, and then down near the road, we're actually going to have wildflowers and stuff, and then up in the middle between everything, we'll have our beehives to pollinate all of it, and then obviously to collect some honey. So, but that's where we are at the moment. We're just trying to get these guys to work on clearing these areas, and then once they've ripped all the lower stuff up, I come in with the tractor and bulldoze and trim it all out, and then we have usable pasture area again, and that's the goal. So I said, just a quick update. I wanted to let you guys, everybody know what was going on. And my chicks are right there. There they are. I may be able to lure them out later when I've got a little more time. So wanted to give you guys a quick update, let you know what was going on. Things are moving along. Things are progressing. We're getting things done. Slowly but surely. Don't try to do everything all at once. And that's a lesson that I've still yet to learn, but I'm trying. So anyway, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and share it with your friends so that you never know who might enjoy it. And we'll talk to you next time.